You're listening to the Sausha Davis Podcast, a show about overcoming fear and manifesting your dream life. Each week, we'll dive deep into real stories and tangible advice about spirituality, law of attraction, mindset, and money so that you can be your happiest, healthiest, and most abundant self. You ready? Here we go. Hey, good morning. Coming at you from Provo, Utah today. And before we dive into today's episode, which is leading me into sharing a little bit about our adventures the last few days, all right? So unintentionally ended up in Provo, Utah. It's just south of Salt Lake City. We had intended to hit up the Grand Tetons and stay over in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, but we did not know that this to me, I would consider a reservation town. Like, you need to make reservations. You can't just fly by the seat of your pants and show up here like we did. And lesson learned, right? Which is exactly what I want to talk about today. On setting your day up for success, having intentions, going with the flow, and not letting things out of your control really affect your mood, right? Because when you affect your mood, when you lower your vibration, it can affect the things that you want to attract in your life. It can affect your goals. It can affect your desires, all of those good things, right? So we left, where were we? We were in West Glacier, Montana. Beautiful place. I went on a horseback ride. It was magical. You can find the footage for that over at Sausha and Will on Instagram. And I will be sharing more on horsey things coming up because this is something that is on my vision board for 2022 and 2023. All things equine and healing and energy work and Reiki and adventure. I get carried away with myself. So we head south and we found, this perfect camping spot that was free. It had electric, it had water, it had horses. It was magical. I wanted to stay there forever, but it didn't have service. So we're like, okay, well, let's still head to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Let's go ahead to the Grand Tetons. And so we went to head there the next day and come to find out that, we stayed somewhere in between there. I don't remember where. Clark Canyon, Montana, just south of Dillon, Montana. That was a beautiful location too. It was a little reservoir. It was also free. Beautiful place. We've been finding all these really cool boondocking locations to camp at, and it's just been so fun. There's like no neighbors. There's beautiful scene. It's incredible. And so then we left there to head to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. And so didn't have reservations. I'm trying to find a spot, find the perfect spot on this app that I'm using. And I'm like, all right, let's go check it out. So we get there and groceries took a little bit longer. And usually we like to be set up at our spot by 4 p.m. So that way we can have time to unwind, do dinner, all that good stuff. And we get to Jackson Hole and it is like a total cluster. This is and I knew it was a resort town, but it is totally a resort town. There's tons of people there, even on a Monday. It was wild. And so we go to head out to this boondocking location. Well, actually it was like a dispersed camping location. Come to find out that all of the parks in the area closed after Labor Day. Like, are you kidding me? It's dispersed camping. It's not supposed to be regulated, but the gates were closed. We actually were flagged down by a guy who came from there and said, don't bother even going up any farther. All the gates are closed. Camping stopped on Labor Day or after Labor Day. So we're like, dang it. And so we regrouped and we headed south. And this is where, the panic sets in, where you're like, holy shit, where are we going to be able to sleep tonight? We don't have anywhere that we're able to sleep. But the cool thing is that we've been able to set ourselves up for success, not only by setting the intention in the first 20 minutes of our day, which is what I want to talk to you about, but also being prepared by arming ourselves with all the knowledge, all the education, and being able to really have a sustainable lifestyle where we could just pull off on the side of the road and stay there if we wanted to, and it wouldn't be a big deal. So what would have caused me immense amounts of stress was now not a stress in my life because we have prepared ourselves, because we have set that intention, and because we have a positive mindset that everything is always working out for us. And so we found the most beautiful location. But before I want to get into that, I want to share with you the first 20 minutes. First 20 minutes. This is crucial. You guys, I always talk about morning routines. I always talk about setting your intentions, kind of getting your mind right in the morning. And so the first 20 minutes of your day can determine the entire tone for the rest of your day. It can seriously make all of the difference. So in the first 20 minutes, I want you to not check your phone. Yes, it's okay if you have like an alarm or something on your phone and you got to, hit that alarm off. But this is why I sleep on airplane mode. This is why I have social media limits or just limits on my phone in general to where my apps aren't even available to me. The only way people could contact me is if, one, I turn my phone off of airplane mode, and two, I turn on my apps. Okay. So these are the two things that I do in the morning so that I am not looking at my phone, because if you check your phone right away and you're looking at notifications, or maybe you see something bad that happened on the news or anything along those lines, you will absorb that energy and that will affect your entire day. So in the first 20 minutes, I want you to do things that bring you joy, something that's going to bring you some type of pleasure or something that's going to bring you closer to your hopes, your goals, your dreams, and really just get you in that high vibe mood, right? So are you making your coffee? Are you exercising? Are you reading a book? Are you journaling? Are you meditating? Are you praying? Are you playing with your oracle cards? You need to do something that is going to boost your energy first thing in the morning. And so just to give you a quick rundown of what I do in the first 20 minutes is I shut off my alarm. I get out of bed. I go to the bathroom. I start the coffee immediately. Something about smelling coffee always wakes me up. And then I drink a pre-workout, actually. So I do like a quick scoop of like a pre-workout. I chug that. That kind of gets me, that usually takes about 20 or 30 minutes to kick in. So that gives me enough time to then go right into meditation. And then right into, like my gratitude journal, my affirmations, journaling any thoughts, anything along those lines. And then usually I will go into like reading a book or something along those lines quick. And I usually do that within 20 or 30 minutes. And then I go into my exercise for the morning. And all of these things pump me up. And I'm talking to you right after I've done these. And I don't know if you can tell or not, but my energy is like on cloud 9, right? So set the intention that you're going to raise your vibration, raise your energy first thing in the morning. So then you can carry that with you throughout the day. And you can do this in as little as 10 or 20 minutes, okay? As little as 10 or 20 minutes. So just remember, do not check your phone first thing in the morning. Do not turn on the TV first thing in the morning. Do not encounter negativity first thing in the morning. This is why I love listening to meditations first thing, especially Abraham Hicks, anything law of attraction, anything healing tones, nature tones, things along those lines. Sometimes I'll listen to like letting go things if I'm feeling really heavy. You just have to do a check-in on how are you feeling? How are you feeling? What would be beneficial to you in that moment? And sometimes you can say like, what does my body need? What does my mind need? What does my soul need? And just listen to that intuition, because your intuition will tell you. It'll say, Sausha, you need to listen to some healing tones. Sausha, you need to listen to some drumming. Sausha, you need to listen to some law of attraction. And whoever, is listening to this, it will say the same thing. So Amanda, listen to this. Sarah, listen to this. Susie, listen to this. Amy, listen to this. Justine, listen to this. Listen to your body, okay? Listen to your soul. Listen to that intuition. It will tell you exactly what you need. And usually it's the first thing that pops into your mind. So if it's, hey, wake up, go for a walk. Hey, wake up, go for a stretch. Hey, wake up, listen to this meditation. Do those things. It will train you to listen to your gut, to your intuition more of the time, instead of second guessing yourself. Okay. So this is crucial. And so why I'm sharing this is because if I did not take this 20 or 30 minutes every day, I would fly off the handle all of the time. And I almost did. I almost lost my shit when I was like, who closes the campgrounds? Like, it's still 80 degrees outside, But then I was like, whatever, it's fine. We knew things like this were going to happen. We knew there was going to be some challenges along the way. And so you just roll with the punches. And so I was feeling like my highest self, not my lowest self. If I was my lowest self, I would have freaked out. I would have cried. I would have screamed. I would have said, this sucks. I'm going home. Well, my home is pulling behind our truck. So I would have just gone home anyways. I don't know how that would have worked out, actually. I would have got a hotel maybe. And so I said, you know what? No, my highest self, we go with the flow. It's no big deal. We'll find the perfect place at the perfect time. Everything will work out just as it should. And you guys, we ended up driving down the road. A couple more campgrounds were full. And this was outside of that national forest. We're in another area now. And they were still full. And we're like, shit, what are we going to do? And I was like, well, there's a lot of these like little pull out dispersed camping kind of things like along the riverbed here. Let's just keep our eyes peeled for one of those. And if those don't work out, there's always a Walmart parking lot somewhere. There's always a Cabela's parking lot somewhere. You can always park in those places overnight. Otherwise, we'll just keep driving until we find a campground that has a open availability. And so it's about 6:00. And we never set up this late. We just never set up this late. And so anyways, we ended up driving about another hour, and it was about 6:00. And all of a sudden we saw this perfect spot right next to the river. And nobody was there. And so we pull in, and there was a nice little fire pit made of rock. There was a note on there from the previous people. Oh, it was just the perfect spot. And we were probably 20 steps from the river, like the slow moving rocky bed river. It was beautiful, you guys. And there was nobody around. And that is like the perfect scenario for me, is where you're just out in the middle of nowhere. You're with nature, you're with running water. And you know what the coolest part was? We were so far away from any city or any people that in the middle of the night, we got up just to watch the stars. And it was magical. Like, it was the coolest thing. I was able to see Orion's Belt. I was able to see the Big Dipper, the Little Dipper, the Milky Way. I was out there like naming all these constellations at like 3:00 in the morning. Oh, it was so cool. And that is my favorite type of spot. And so if I would have gotten my head about it and, showed up as my lowest self, we would have ended up at some shitty ass campground or some Holiday Inn or whatever. But instead we were like, you know what? We'll find the perfect place. It'll all work out. It's good. It's golden. We have everything we need. Everything is always working out for us. And we found the most incredible spot, and it had the best views. We were tucked in between two mountains, had a stream. The sky was perfect. There was not a cloud in the sky. I couldn't have asked for a better night, right? Could not have asked for a better night. But it could have been very, very different had I not set the intention that morning, if I had not given myself that space in the morning to be my highest self, to show up as my highest self, to raise my vibration and just set that intention throughout the day, So that's what I want to share with you guys. The first 20 minutes of your day is crucial. Even if you only have 5 minutes, do something that is going to raise your vibration, that's going to make you feel good, because that is like recharging your battery to go throughout the day. You would never leave with your phone on 10% battery, 20% battery, 30% battery. You would not make it through the day. Fill your cup first, charge your battery first thing in the morning, and use it. Feel good all day long. So that's what I got for you guys. The first 20 minutes is crucial. Whether you listen to motivational audio, read a book, exercise, do something that feels good to you. All right, ladies, that's all I got for you. I hope you have a kick-ass day. We'll catch you next time. Hey, thanks for tuning in to today's episode of the podcast. I am so grateful for all of my listeners, and I wanted to quick share with you ways to work with me this fall. So as you know, the upcoming Lake of the Ozarks retreat is October 7th through 10th. Spaces are limited, so head on over to SaushaDavis.com or set up a free clarity call to see if there are spaces left or for more information. Now, I am offering something for a limited time. I am offering one-on-one life and business coaching sessions, along with one-on-one Reiki and chakra intuitive healing sessions. So if this interests you, head on over to SaushaDavis.com. I have single sessions available or packages of 3 sessions available. So if you're looking for ways to work with me, you can attend a retreat and have some fun and some adventure in your life, along with some spirituality and some personal development. Or if you're working on things in your life or your business, and you want help or advice on those, hit me up there. Otherwise, if you're looking to heal some patterns, balance your chakras, things along those lines, or just channel some Reiki energy to help calm, rest, relax, things along those lines. If you're looking for some clarity, head on over SaushaDavis.com, book your sessions now. And if you have questions, as always, hit me up. I'd be more than happy to help. So have a kick-ass day, guys.